Have you ever heard of the idiom, nip it in the bud? Well, it's from a gardening expression that means when a flower is nipped in the bud, it is prevented from growing and from blooming. I think there's something similar about that in our gospel today. My name is Abyong Kalo and welcome to Pathways of Hope. Our gospel for today is taken from Matthew chapter 5 verses 20 to 26. And it starts with Jesus saying, "Unless your righteousness exceeds that of the Pharisees and scribes, you will never enter the kingdom of heaven." Well, considering the devotion of the scribes and the Pharisees to the law, how can we ever hope to exceed their righteousness? You see, the scribes and the Pharisees are so scrupulous in keeping the law that they even tithe from the small spices that they get from their garden. And Jesus continues to say, "You have heard that it was said to men of old, 'You shall not kill, and whoever kills shall be liable to judgment.' But I say to you that everyone who is angry with his brother is also liable to judgment." Is Jesus trying to say that anger and murder are the same, or that anger is as bad as murder? I don't think so. Because the scripture also says in the letter of Paul to the Ephesians, "Be angry, but do not sin. Do not let the sun go down on your anger. Do not, wait for the next day. Try to settle any disagreements within the day." But you see, my dear friends, my dear brothers and sisters, for the Pharisees, the law is just a matter of external performances, never a matter of the heart. But Jesus, by saying this, is actually saying, nip it in the bud. Murder or any other grievous sin actually comes from the heart. Anger starts to develop and it blooms to become murder. Well, Jesus speaks about this particular anger. Anger that, does not forget. Anger that refuses to be pacified. Anger that seeks revenge. That's the kind of anger, if fully blown, it will lead to murder. And Jesus is trying to say, don't let it bloom and grow. Nip it in the bud. So my dear friends, my dear brothers and sisters, let's look into our hearts. Let's examine ourselves. Let's examine and assess our intentions. Do we harbor anger or resentment in our hearts? Let's seek opportunity to be reconciled to people we offend or people who have offended us. Let's not allow this anger to grow and bloom. I pray that we will be able to find that grace to forgive and to ask for forgiveness. God bless us all.